All right, we are going to be covering nth roots and rational exponents, which is chapter 7, section 1. In this video, we're just going to be talking about the vocabulary, some terminology, and converting between roots and rational exponents. You know, converting back and forth. Went from roots to exponential form, and exponential form back to radical form. Okay, so that's what we're going to be converting. All right. Nth roots and rational exponents will take on the characteristic of something like this. The n is called your index. So for example, how you state this is called the cube root of negative 125. Okay. The index is 3. It's the third root. It's cube root. That's your index. Okay. So if I had right, the index will be 3. This is saying the cube root of 5. The index here is 4, so this is the fourth root of 8. Fourth root of 8. The index is 5, so that's the fifth root. So this is the fifth root of, whatever that will be. All right, the formula that you need to know, this is very important. If I have something, this is in radical form. Oh, I can't even spell. Oh my. Okay, radical form, it's the same, and then we're converting it to exponential form. So this has an exponent, this has radical. So radical form, exponential form. So that's how you convert between the two. Okay. All right. So let's do some examples. Now, also, one more thing. If I have, let's say we have something like this. This is radical form because I still have a radical. Index an n, but I also have an exponent. Well, I can convert that to exponential form, which will be that. Right? So look here. You notice the index will always be the denominator of the exponential function. All right, so the exponent, the denominator of the exponent is the index of the root, or the type of root. All right, so for example, I can convert that to, that's 11 to 1/3. If I have the ninth root of 16 to the 5th power, I can rewrite it as 16, 5 over 9, because the index is the denominator of the exponent. If I have 6 and 1/3, so now this is exponential form, I can convert it to radical form. In other words, I'm going to put a radical in there. So 6 goes inside, do your radical. Now, since it's a 1, so there'll be a 1 out here, so you can just ignore it. Here's the denominator, so that's my index, so that becomes a cube root. Oh, sorry about that. Okay. So again, if I have indexes, so the cube root of 11 becomes 11 to the 1/3. The ninth root of 16 to the 5th power, so it's in exponential form. That'll be 16 to the 5/9, where the index is the denominator. Index is the denominator. All right, so let's actually do two more. We got 10 to the 3/7. This is exponential form. I'm going to convert it to radical form. So put 10, a radical, and what goes into the index is 7. Now this 3, I can put on the outside. Another way of writing it is you can put the 3 on the inside. Either way is fine. You can put, but if you put on the outside, you gotta put parentheses. Or if you just put it in right with the base, you can just put the 3 there. And let's try one more. 8 to the 7/4. All right. So 8. Put the radical. Index is the 4. So then I can put this parentheses, then the 7, or I can put the 7 on the inside. All right. So the numerator is the power of the root. The index is the root.